Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Today's video is going to answer a question that I've been getting. Basically, what is my radio setup? So I'm going to jump in the cab here and we're going to take a look, and I'm going to show you how I have everything set up for my Jeep. Alright everybody, so we're in the cab here of the Jeep, and this is my radio setup. I have a TYT 9800. It's a quad band radio. I did not buy that for that feature because I typically only monitor dual band. But the main reason I got it was that it has the detachable faceplate here. That was important to me because I have the radio actually mounted up below the driver's seat, but the faceplate is here on the dash, so it's really easy to see, easy to change the channel, monitor what's going on. I then have my handset right here, and it's on the Jeep unique mount that will also hold like my Baofeng radio. So it's easily accessible, not really in the way of the passenger, but it's kind of out of the way of the infotainment center that Jeep has and all of the climate controls. So this for me was my best spot. A couple other options, of course, you could do a mount overhead, but this basically follows the same pattern that Trail Recon used for his radio install. I really liked it, and I mimicked it to have my own setup. Alright everybody, so we just saw how I have my radio set up. Like I said, I have the detachable faceplate with the cabin space. For a Jeep Wrangler, space is at a premium, so you're gonna have to kind of pick and choose where you want things. For me, this was my most ideal spot. With this radio, it is a little bit more expensive because of the faceplate being able to be removed. If you had a radio where it's all one big unit, you could put it up on the dash, but then it's in direct sunlight. That's not good for the radio. You can mount it down lower, but then you have to look down whenever you're going to change channels, which I didn't want. So I decided to spend a little extra coin getting this set up that way, so it was easily accessible, protected the radio, and it looks like a clean install. So I'm going to show you the actual unit and then my antenna, and we'll wrap up the video. Alright everybody, so I have my actual body of the radio mounted underneath the seat here. I was able to use a couple factory holes and then added a bracket to mount it flush to the structure of the seat so it can slide back and forth and not hamper the function of the seat or damage the radio. And then if you can see down here, I just have a loom of wires zip tied together. I have, the coax cable for the radio, power, ground, and then the wiring for the external speaker and for the head unit. And then I just routed it all up here on the seal plate. I know it's dirty, but it's a Jeep. Hey, this is my daily driver. So wiring was pretty simple, straightforward. I will point out I did mount a speaker, an external speaker, and it went underneath the steering column. There was room for it, but everything is tight away. If you weren't really looking for it besides the head unit, you couldn't see it. Alright guys, as you can see, I mounted the external speaker here, and I just zip tied it to the support for the bottom of the dash. Works really well. It's hidden out of sight and provides pretty decent sound on the highway. Alright everybody, the last piece of the radio puzzle is going to be the SBB5, had to look it up, antenna. This is a dual band antenna, so it is tuned to match the radio frequencies that I'm going to be using, and I have it just mounted here on the side of the Jeep. So it's a 39-inch tall antenna, so I get really good reception with this, When I'm on the trail, I use one of the stubby GMRS antennas. That way, so a tree limb doesn't, take this off. Because on the JK, the mount that I had would actually rotate, and there was a lot of times that it got bent back and put there next to the mirror, so didn't help. But on this setup, like I said, I'll run this on the road and then switch it out when I go on the trail to a shorter radio where I'm not going to need that longer range. Range with this radio antenna setup is going to vary a little bit depending on my location, but my house is on a hill and I can hit a repeater about 40 miles away, which I think is really good. Simplex, which that's radio to radio, is going to be probably in the 10 to 15 mile range with good conditions. So hopefully, if you're looking to put a radio, either your GMRS or your ham, into the Jeep JL, this might give you some ideas on things to do. If you have any questions about it, just let me know. Install was really easy. Jeep is good about having pass-throughs on the firewall, so you can run wires into the cab fairly easily. The panels come apart usually with clips or small screws, so really easy install. For the mount on top of the window, I didn't mention that, but that is the bullet point system, and it's modular. So I have 5 of the 20 millimeter balls, and then you can put the arms on, so you can mount all kinds of things. So I have 2 cell phones, I have the GoPro mount, I have room for a iPad or a tablet if I want to. Don't really need that many on there, so I might take a couple off because they don't get as much use, but you can kind of move them around, and there's a lot of flexibility. They've actually come out with a newer model which is a little bit more of a secure mounting system, but for what I use mine for, the older one works great. So can't sing Bulletproof's praises enough. They're a great company, make a really good product. So that's my little soapbox, but hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something. If you did, comment, let me know. If you have thoughts and ways that I can improve, let me know too. I'd love to throw around some ideas, but like I said, thanks for watching. Hope you comment, subscribe, like the video. It really helps out the channel. Definitely growing. Just past 300 subscribers, which is awesome. So let's keep it up and keep on going. So hope you all have a great day.